Hello, my friends. Nicholas here. DIVO-Ted Talks. Devoted Talks. However you want to say it, because it is all about perception and the way you want to bring things together. So, what am I going to talk about in this episode? There is a solution for everything, but we can't get to that solution from the level of the problem. We've talked about that before. That being said, are you preventing yourself from a solution because you don't want that to be the answer, or because of some other restriction, right? We just don't do that. We just don't do it that way, right? You get so cornered that you can't see, believe, or interact in a way that is outside of whatever it is you have either been taught or acquired or just know to do, right? There's a lot of things in life that I have as reactions to the world because that is all I've ever known, and not because of anything else. Then that was just what I was exposed to. And so in this programming, because that's all it is, it's programming, what do you do with that? Like, yoga understands that in the first 7 years, Ayurveda understands that in the first 7 years, we are programmed to be in the world, and that those programs, those systems, are running subconsciously and to a high degree consciously, day in and day out. Now, one of the things that saved me in life was recognizing that, oh, this is how I am. And it's not that I can't be different, but I'm always probably going to have some essence of this reaction or this programming the rest of my life. And the more able I am to accept that, the easier changing will be, the easier life in and of itself will be. And, the road to healing can happen, because the healing isn't that you don't do something anymore. The healing is that you still love yourself through it, and you give yourself the right medicine so that the healing does happen, that the healing stays, and that the healing may even radiate out into others. So I'll keep this one short again. What programming, and it's easy, you can look at your family system, do you have in regards to things? How many times have you heard people say, oh my God, I've turned into my mother, oh my God, I've turned into my father, but they think they're actually being different than them. But the interesting thing is they could consciously make different choices, but their subconscious programming will always do it in the same way. And not always, right? One of the key things would be yoga is going to teach us to clean our levels of perception so that we can understand what it is that we're talking about. And so your choices can then, with that informed state, be better, be different, be more productive. And so what I'm saying is that the more you practice yoga, the more you'll become aware of, oh, I am just like them. Like, as much as I don't want to be like them, and as much as I try to not be them, I am them genetically. So why wouldn't I have any of the other things that they have or showed me in my entire life, especially in the first 7 years where I'm basically a sponge and absorbing it all? There is hope that you can and will be different. It may not look the way you think it would, right? It may not be you being like, I'm free, I'm healed, I am no longer that. I am no longer them. It may be something like, oh, there I go doing that thing again. Oh, there it was. Oh, still feel that. And then you move on. Now, I don't want to say it has to be a certain way or it will be a certain way. It's going to be what it's going to be. But the sooner you can recognize that you have been programmed to be a certain way, and that there's nothing wrong with that, you can take that and transform it, transmute it, and that you still may have moments, not that you fall, but just that you fall into programming rather than consciously acting. So reacting versus acting. So my wish for you, friends, is to find that space and place of action rather than reaction. And most importantly, noticing the reflexes, having grace and compassion for those reflexes, and know that nobody can define for you who you are. Only you can define for yourself. People can tell you who you are all day long. But at the end of the day, you are the one that gives it meaning. So, an Eleanor Roosevelt quote, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent, and no one can make you feel great without your consent. It all comes from you. It all starts with you. And it all starts with that initial programming that you had. It's your root system. It is the essence of what built you. It's the building blocks from which you are made. And there's nothing wrong with that. I wish you peace, be well, be free. And this is Nicholas with DIVO-Ted Talks.